The video you guys are about to watch is a 2-hour and 8-minute distillation of a 9-hour and 6-minute stream that I did for Pessimist Productions on June 27th, for patrons only, of course. I hope that you guys enjoy this shortened version. I hope that it encourages you to check out the Pessimist Productions Patreon. I do these streams every month, and we offer a ton of unique content every single week as well. I don't want to waste your time. Check it out. You guys happy? 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 You fucking happy? You fucking happy? You fucking... Are you happy? Let's see if we can fucking get through 8 minutes and 51 seconds of Marjorie Taylor fucking Greene. I don't think we can.
Radical Democrats, socialists, the fake news.
Radical Democrats, socialists, bro. Joe Biden's president. Oh, this bitch talking about radical Democrat socialists when fucking Joe Biden is fucking... I'm gonna talk like this from now on. This is how I fucking talk now. Get with it. It's how I talk now. Fuck you, you don't like it. Joe motherfucking milk toast fucking do nothing fucking 20,000 miles away from radical Joe Biden is the president of the United States. And we gotta listen to this fucking empty-headed bitch yammer on, oh, the Democrats are a bunch of commies.
Silicon Valley cartel. And
Silicon Valley. I gotta get me some of these dumb-ass phrases, man. That's the one thing that holds me back from fucking achieving the sort of success that I need on these platforms, right? I need to get me some stupid ass motherfucking phrases like that I can just Silicon Valley cartel. 90% of people be like, that's fucking ridiculous. The other 10% like, go on.
Republicans trying to take me out.
Yeah.
Are you gonna let that happen?
Yeah. No.
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 Because here's what's going on, and they're scared to death.
I'm terrified.
We're doing this all over the country.
We got angry old white people from sea to shining sea.
I have a great big red target on my back. I do. You want to know why? Because in the halls of Congress, every single day,
'cause you're a lunatic?
I'm fighting for you, America.
Yeah. I'm fighting. I mean, you know, look, it's a representative democracy. Insane people who are completely untethered from reality also deserve representation. Hence Marjorie Taylor Greene. She's amazing. Yeah.
Now let me give you just a few reasons why the
give me 'em.
DC swamp hates me so much.
Oh, yeah. Feed me them reasons, baby.
Because I want to impeach Joe Biden.
Woo! Woo!
Throw him out.
Get him out of there. Get out, Joe Biden. Take your radical socialist communist agenda and get out. Impeach him for what, right? What he done? What he done did?
And I want to accept.
Oh, no, we're not going to get into that. We're not going to get into why. Just impeach Joe Biden. Woo! On what fucking basis? We don't like him. We don't like him.
And I want to fire Dr. Anthony Fauci.
Get him out. Fuck Fauci. Fuck him in the ass. Fuck him in the mouth. Fuck him to death in the streets.
You know, there's
May the streets run red with the blood of Fauci. Yes! Yes! Lock up Fauci. For what reason? We don't like him. Oh, it should be a crime. It should be a crime. This is pain, TJ. Hey, what does that say over there? What does that fucking say right there? What does that fucking say right fucking there? This is pain. Oh, you have not begun yet to experience pain. This isn't even the appetizer to fucking pain. This is the fucking free the crackers sitting on the table. This is the fucking saltine that you eat idly while waiting for the appetizer to arrive. This is the cracker of pain. Found your new YouTube channel name, The Cracker of Pain. The
Democrats are running the country, or they're not running their country, and we really have no idea what they're doing. I don't think Biden knows.
Yeah, I agree with that. First fucking true thing you've said. We don't know what they're doing. Yeah, that's clear. It was clear. You know when that became clear to me? When you opened by calling them socialist. That's when it became clear to me that you have no idea what any Democrat is actually doing. Of course, I seriously doubt that you could give me a working definition of socialism. Even if we sat down and had a real long conversation, I bet I would struggle to even extract a definition from you.
Let me tell you what's happening. Okay.
Please. How many times are you going to tell me that you're going to tell me? My dad used to talk to me about the 3 rules of journalism, right? Which I know these people hate journalists, but 3 rules of journalism. Tell them you're going to tell them. Tell them you told them. I don't really know what the rules are in place for, but it seems like a good thing. It really reiterates the fuck out of everything. This bitch, she's got that first part down. Tell them you're going to tell them. She ain't told it. Tell me. It's time to tell me.
Democrats stole the election, right? But here's what we're...
Right. Yep. Uh-huh. I mean, despite no evidence to that effect, and even the court, the Trump-appointed judges didn't find any evidence to support that hypothesis, but yeah, nonetheless, absolutely true.
Now Biden has weaponized the DOJ, unbelievable, so he can go after Trump supporters. Well,
boo. How's he done that? How's he done that?
At the same time, ignoring Antifa, BLM, domestic terrorists. Does that make any sense?
No.
Do you guys...
No. Joe Biden just made it legal for black people to murder white people. Does that make any sense, everybody? No.
They hate you because you love President Trump.
They hate you because you love President Trump. President Trump, let me tell you, Trump. It's fucking gross and weird to be this obsessed with a fucking person, okay? It is. Like, this is like the strong man shit, right? This is how you get every fucking dictator in history, is you start deifying some random fucking schlub who's no more deserving of it than than the next motherfucker next to him. But for some reason, it sticks. And then, oh, Trump, President Trump, and they hate you because you love President Trump. Was that what Black Lives Matter was out protesting? President Trump? I thought they were out protesting fucking systemic problems that have existed long before President Trump was even a notion in anybody's goddamn mind. They were not out protesting President fucking Trump. BLM fucking protests started under Obama. Civil rights protests from black people started well before that. This is just the latest incarnation of the civil rights movement. It has nothing to do with fucking goddamn Trump.
Joe Biden and the Democrats will never stop coming for your guns.
Oh, no.
They don't...
Perpetually, the Democratic Party, perpetually coming for the guns every fucking time. Every time, you guys. Obama's gonna take your guns. Didn't happen. Clinton's gonna take your guns. Didn't happen. Carter's gonna take your gun. Didn't happen. It's never fucking happened. It's weird because the only president in my entire fucking lifetime that ever passed any sort of anti-gun legislation that I know of anyway, I think maybe Clinton did the assault weapon ban. I don't even remember who fucking did the assault weapon ban, but you know who did the whole bump stock ban? That was Trump. Trump is actually the only fucking president I can think of that has actually done any gun control legislation at all. I don't remember who did the fucking assault weapon ban. That expired anyway. But man, it's fucking pathetic. Like this same old talking point trotted out over and over and over again. It's never happened. And you know what? It's not even fucking feasible, guys. There's too many guns in this country. There's no fucking possible way the Democrats could fucking take them from you, even if they wanted to, which they clearly don't because they want gun votes too.
Here's something you really need to know.
Okay,
the
thank
Democrats
God.
are now controlled by the Jihad Squad, led by AOC, the little communist from New York City.
Boo! Boo, AOC, boo!
She really doesn't embrace our American ways.
She don't embrace the American way, you guys. You ever notice that? You ever notice AOC doesn't embrace the American way? Like, what exactly is it? Wait. What is that? Let me see. What is it that what does AOC do that doesn't embrace the American way? She doesn't believe in democracy, right? Well, no, she does. She does actually believe in democracy. Oh shit. Fuck, I don't know. It's actually a mystery to me. What exactly does AOC not do? Or what does she do that signals to you that she don't really with the American way?
Why?
You know?
She has something called the Green New Deal.
Yeah.
Which is complete socialism. And in every single bill the Democrats are trying to pass, they have the Green New Deal written all in.
I have the Green New Deal written all in. I love how this is still a Republican talking point as we have record-breaking temperatures all along the coast. Like, people in Seattle are melting, you know? People, it's like 114 degrees in Portland, fucking Oregon. And in case you don't know, that's unusual. Highly fucking unusual. It's kind of unusual that the 10 out of the last, the 10 hottest years on record, they don't date back any further than 2005. And probably after this year, they won't date back any farther than 2009. And we're still with this dumb Green New Deal. Who needs it? Climate change ain't nothing but a dang old hoax, y'all. They're still doing this talking point. Even as the West Coast is on fire, even as the fucking literal breadbasket of America is racked with drought, and there's a serious question mark over, like, are we going to be able to continue feeding ourselves? Question mark. Because all of the fucking places where we grow things are experiencing drought and record high temperatures. And the coastal wetlands here in my home state of Louisiana are basically fucking gone. And the oceans are acidifying and toxicifying, and the coral reefs are dying. And we still got brain dead motherfucking cunts like this stupid bitch who trots up on stage and says, Green New Deal, Schmee New Schmeal.
America was never meant to be a socialist nation. Nobody signed up to defend this country, to watch us lose our freedoms and become a socialist country under government control.
That was basically the most incoherent series of statements I've ever heard in my fucking life. America was meant to grow and change over time. That's why we have a system where we have like amendments and we have like a representative democracy and shit like that. And that's why this country has changed since its inception. Like the original version of this country, like America 1.0 had slavery. Women like yourself didn't have the right to vote. We had fucking openly racist laws, not at the inception of the country, but a little later on with like Chinese Exclusion Act and shit like that. Jim Crow in the fucking South. Like this country has grown and changed throughout its fucking history. So this is supposed to be isn't it supposed to be like for the people, by the people? So if the people of this country decide that some form of socialism is what they want, then that's what they should get. But it's really weird that you're likening that to some sort of authoritarianism when you guys are the ones literally there to worship a strong man who is going to like restore power to true America. Like, you don't really give a shit about freedom, so it's really fucking weird to hear you talk about freedom as if that's something that's even remotely a fucking priority for your side of the fucking political aisle. Mike Gravel, former U.S. Senator for Alaska, dies at 91. I'm going to show you guys a little compilation. Not the whole thing, obviously, but some moments from Mike Gravel participating in the Democratic debates in 2008.
Now, with respect to what's going on in the Congress, I'm really embarrassed. So we passed, and the media is in a frenzy right today with what has been passed. What has been passed? George Bush communicated over a year ago that he would not get out of Iraq until he left office. Do we not believe him? We need to find another way. That's where I really would like to sit down with Pelosi and with Reid, and I would hope the other senators would focus on how do you get out? You pass the law, not a resolution, a law, making it a felony to stay there. And I'll give you the text of it. And if you're worried about filibuster, here's what you do tactically. They can pass it in the House. We got the votes there. In the Senate, let them filibuster it. And let Reid call up at 12 o'clock every day to have a cloture vote and let the American people see clearly who's keeping the war going and who's not. And that's just the beginning of the tactic.
You ever notice that these outside fringe candidates are always the ones that have substantive fucking ideas? You ever notice that they're the only ones who actually talk policy or political strategy whatsoever? And all of these empty suits just like, oh, we need to investigate the issue. Oh, I think that, we all have strong feelings about that, but we need to come to a mutual understanding and bipartisan blah, 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 blah. Here's Mike Gravel standing there like, here's how you fucking do it. Make it a fucking felony for this motherfucker to stay in Iraq. Here's how you fucking do it. But they don't want to get out of Iraq. You think the Democrats want to fucking cut off that funding premature? Why do you think it's so hard for these Democrats to get out of these fucking wars? Why do you think it's so hard? It's the same reason that these Republicans don't want to get out of these fucking wars either. We got all these candidates. Oh, fuck these wars, man. These wars. But who makes money off the wars? Shit ton of private corporations. Military-industrial complex. Fucking all the Halliburtons. And the fucking Lockheed Martins. And the Raytheons of the world. They make too much money. They make too much money off the fucking wars. So no one really wants to end the fucking war. There's no actual political will to end the fucking war. Not from the fucking mainstream Democrat. Guy like fucking Mike Gravel, guy like Bernie Sanders. They got some fucking, oh yeah, we want to end the fucking war. Of course we want to end the fucking war. But they don't win. Guys like this, they don't fucking win. Mike Gravel, you have any idea what a fucking tiny little shred of the vote Mike Gravel got? Everyone was too in love with the idea of having the first black president. We should get the first black president. Wouldn't it be so historical if we had the first black president, you guys? You know what would have been more historical? You could have had the first not piece of shit president. Seems like maybe that would have been a little bit better. Bigger, I think, I would dare say a bigger fucking milestone for America. But hey, what do I fucking know? Coleman, you up in the chat? Are you up in that motherfucker? Coleman, I need you to, you're going to be my, can you be my on-the-fly researcher on this shit? I need you to go fucking pull up some stats for how Mike Gravel did in this election. Fuck your video game. You're needed, Coleman. You're needed. So you got the statistic back. Mike Gravel got 15,598 total votes in 2008. Abandon hope. Abandon fucking hope. Here's a man going to the fucking parasites in charge, calling them on their bullshit on national fucking television right to their fucking faces, you guys. What is that worth to the American people? 15,958 votes. Across from sea to shining sea.
Other than Iraq, three most important enemies to the United States.
We have no important enemies. What we need to do is to begin to deal with the rest of the world as equals. And we don't do that. We spend more as a nation on defense than all the rest of the world put together. Who are we afraid of? Who are you afraid of, Brian? I'm not. And Iraq has never been a threat to us. We invaded them. I mean, it is unbelievable. The military-industrial complex not only controls our government, lock, stock, and barrel, but they control our culture.
Gravel, your 2 terms in the Senate.
I remember sitting there with my dad. My dad was like, "Who's this crackpot? Guy's a crackpot." I'm like, I don't know. He's making sense to me. Well, you're a fucking idiot. He's a crackpot. He's a crackpot. I'm like, why? He's a crackpot. All right.
30 seconds, please.
No, with respect to Iran, we've sanctioned them for 26 years. We scared the bejesus out of them when the president says they're evil. Well, you know something? These things don't work. They don't work. We need to recognize them. And you know something? Who is the greatest violator of the Non-Proliferation Treaty? The United States of America. We signed a pledge that we would begin to disarm, and we're not doing it. We're expanding our nukes. Who the hell are we going to nuke?
Senator.
Tell me, Barack, Barack, who are you want to nuke?
I'm not planning to nuke anybody right now, Mike.
Good.
Right now. I love that. I'm not planning to nuke anybody right now. Fuck you, Obama. You son of a bitch. You got me, you dog. I do disagree on his nuclear stance. Yeah, I hear a lot of dumb fucks going around saying that nuclear energy is, well, it's totally safe, you guys. Like, well, what about all the disasters that have already happened? What about Fukushima? Well, that was, mistakes were made. Right. Well, mistakes are always made. We're dealing with fallible fucking human beings. Maybe we can't afford something that, like, is this bad when we have an oopsie. You don't understand, you know, like, we could build the plants way better now. It won't ever happen again. It's like, bullshit. I don't have enough faith in humanity to fucking believe that we can be responsible with nuclear energy. Piss off with that. The Mike Gravel segments inadvertently gave me some hope back. They shouldn't. They shouldn't. You know why? Because like I said, Mike Gravel got 15,000 fucking votes. He went up there and he told people exactly what this country needed to hear at that time, and no one fucking there was no response to that. People fucking called him a crackpot and laughed him off the stage. That's what happened. That's what America did when it was told the fucking truth. So where I don't know. I don't see it as a hopeful thing. I don't see the hope in that story.
Are fathers necessary?
I mean, necessary? Yeah, you know, I mean, they're good, I guess, in a general sense.
For all of recorded history, the need to explain why fathers are necessary would have been regarded as, well, unnecessary. It would have been like explaining why...
I mean, for a lot of human history, like, the father basically impregnated a woman and then went off to go fight in a war or something, and, you know, they never saw each other again. Or, you know, and like, so there was plenty of times throughout history where fathers were, you know, whether they were necessary or not, by whatever definition you're using, like, they weren't around.
The New York Times published a discussion among 5 intellectuals titled, "What Are Fathers For?" One of them, Hannah Rosen, an editor at New York Magazine, opened her response by stating, "I'm not sure whether a child needs a father." I could give dozens of such...
I mean, yeah. What's wrong? I mean, it's clear. So wait. You know that there's people who have grown up without fathers that are, like, totally well-adjusted members of society, right? Like, you're not coming on, because if you're going to say that fathers are like an absolute necessity in the same way water or oxygen is, then that means that every single child that grew up without a father should be just awful. All of them, across the board, 100% awful, complete fucking failures as human beings. They're out in the streets, you know, raping people, killing dogs, shooting at cops. Like, what? I mean, you know what I mean? Like, it better be fucking just across the board, every single fucking person raised without their father. Awful. I don't think you intend to make that case. So yeah, don't fucking use the word necessary. It's okay to have a pro-father stance, But get rid of this idea of absolute necessity unless you're really going to say that everyone who grew up without a father is bad.
Such examples, I'll just give one more. HuffPost published a piece titled, "Fathers Are Not Needed."
All right.
Fortunately, this dismissal of the importance of fathers is not universal. In a 2008 Father's Day speech a few months before his election as President of the United States, Barack Obama said, "Fathers are critical to the foundation of each family. That they are teachers and coaches, they are mentors and role models, they are examples of success, and they are the men who constantly push us toward it."
Barack Obama wasn't really raised with his father, so he didn't seem to need it for success.
What makes his comments particularly noteworthy is that Barack Obama grew up without a father.
Right.
Well,
So thus, case defeated. Fathers aren't necessary.
boys and girls need fathers. We'll begin with boys. A boy has no built-in understanding about how to be a man, meaning a good and responsible man.
What? Wait, what? What did you just say? Kind of flies in the face of some other stuff that's been said in conservative circles as of late.
Male nature is wild.
Uh-huh.
Most
Oh, okay.
obviously regarding sex and violence. If a boy does not have a father who models how a man controls himself, he will most likely not know how to control himself.
Yeah, because there's no way a woman could teach him how to control his emotions. What?
Let alone want to. That's why most males in prison for violent crimes grew up without a father.
Well, no. First of all, most males in prison are black. They come from a black community where there's like a disproportionate amount of fatherlessness, largely because you lock them all in jail. So there's that problem. And then there's also the way in which crime and poverty fucking intersect. So a poor household is less likely to be a household with a father in it. As a fucking result of that, it's more likely you're going to fucking grow up to be a fucking criminal. Because guess what? People who are desperate are way more likely to turn to crime than people who have it good. People who have stable jobs and like a prosperous, successful fucking family dynamic and shit, way less likely to start slinging crack on the fucking street corner, all right?
There's no question that many mothers have done an excellent job raising a boy without their son's father. But common sense alone suggests that a mother simply cannot model what a boy should be any more than a man can model to a girl what a woman should be. And then,
How about we just let people be what they're going to naturally be? Like, I think we can instill some basic values in people like violence is bad. Do not attack people in the streets. Do not rape. Do not steal. Beyond that, be whoever the fuck you want. We don't give a shit. I feel like there's probably way more fucking problems caused by, hey, what genitalia you got? Oh, you're a boy. Okay, well, here's how you have to be. It's like, well, that's not really how I am, though. That's how you got to be, so acclimate yourself to that. Just instill some basic fucking values for social cohesion's sake. Don't murder, don't steal, don't rape. And then just let the fucking chips fall where they may from there. Instill that core shit in people about the basic fucking don't do that of society, and maybe a few basic do's like if you see someone in trouble, try to help them. Something like that. Basic system of fucking values, and beyond that, let them express themselves however the fuck they want.
and there is the issue of controlling boys and their wild natures. Again, there are...
Look at this guy right here. Look at this fucking guy on the screen. Look at him. Take a good solid fucking... Let me make him bigger for you. Take a good solid look at this guy that has told you 3 or 4 times about the wild, insatiable nature of man. Look at this fucking guy. This guy's like, we are all essentially beasts inside. This guy, there's not... maybe a fucking gazelle. I don't know. This guy is talking about the wild nature of man. At least trot out some big fucking muscular hard ass looking dude to tell me about man is a wild beast. Give me someone that looks like Conan the Barbarian to say that, and maybe it'll have some fucking credibility. But if hearing from this fucking paler than the Pillsbury Doughboy motherfucker, and it's okay because I'm even paler than his ass. I mean, honestly, he looks kind of yellow. Like in a jaundice way. You got some jaundice there, bud? He looks fucking malnourished, sad, and doughy.
Mothers who are able to do this. But if a boy is at all difficult, as so many are, as
leave the
he
kitty
gets
alone.
older, most mothers will find it more and more difficult to control their son.
Leave the kitty alone.
Because unruly boys listen to their fathers much more than they listen to their mothers.
Get her a taser. Just get her a taser. It'll all work out.
Which is precisely why most violent criminals grew up in fatherless homes. They obviously did not listen to their mothers.
Aw.
As regards daughters,
yeah, what a gross oversimplification of the fucking problems. I love how even when conservatives do admit that there's like underlying factors to criminality, they fucking point to all the wrong shit. Hey, there's actually data that ties this to like poverty and, you know, systemic racism and shit. We can actually demonstrate it like numerically. Here's some actual data to support that idea. Nope, bunch of liberal bullshit, bunch of liberal lies. Probably written by Jews. But when it comes time for them to, oh yeah, well, the reason why there's so much crime is because these guys didn't have fathers, you know? Moms just can't control their kids, and you know, these guys didn't have no fathers, and that's why they're wild. Oh, that's it. Oh, okay. Just gotta fucking mandate fathers by law. Everyone must have a father.
the father is the man girls learn to relate to. Without a father to relate to and bond with, there are at least two destructive consequences. First, she will not know how to choose a man wisely.
This just assumes that someone has a good father, though. Like, there's a lot of fathers that are terrible fucking role models for their fucking sons and daughters that do stick around, but they're just horrible. So that doesn't do any fucking good. That doesn't do anybody any fucking favors. Oh, well, she won't know what man to choose wisely without her father as a role. What if her father's a fucking drunk that comes home and beats the shit out of her mom every night and just make me a sandwich, whore? You know what I mean? Like, there's plenty of fathers like that, ain't there? You know, at least when someone like Steven Pinker does this fucking bioessentialist, you know, evolutionary psychology shit, at least he fucking backs it up with something. This is like evolutionary psychology for dummies to justify the dumbest conservative fucking talking points possible. It's like, men are all rape beasts, women are all fucking holes to be filled by rape beasts, and that's the natural order of things. And that's why we gotta fucking embrace conservative values to get past that to some extent. It's like, give me a fucking break, dog. You have such a fucking, I mean, I hate to say it, but this motherfucker has a lower opinion of the human race than I do.
Few women find sleeping with man after man fulfilling. Most find it ultimately depressing. Finally, fathers give...
Thank God you're here to socially engineer our culture to the most, to maximize the outcome. Like, these are the same motherfuckers that tell you, freedom, 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 freedom. Man, freedom. You guys, like, women who go around sleeping with whoever they want, they're just... They find it so empty, so depressing, so sad, you know? That's why you gotta fucking be one man, one woman, you guys. That's the way it has to be. It just has to be that way for freedom. All they want to do is tell you about how their fucking arcane way of doing things is the ultimate fucking system to maximize happiness, but then why every time it's been tried, people have turned away in fucking gross dissatisfaction. Like, this fucking sucks. This fucking sucks. How many fucking people are raised in small town America with these fucking values and then rebel in huge fucking ways? How many fucking girls have been raised in these ultra Christian one man, one woman households, and then they fucking still go out and rebel by fucking every boy on the fucking football team? How many fucking dudes are raised, one man, one woman, this is the ultimate configure, but then they fucking start to realize, like, my friend Bobby's kind of cute. You know what I mean? Like, this doesn't fucking work. If you want, like, what's wrong with this, conservatives? If you want this, go fucking get it. One man, one woman, some kids, a fucking dog, a picket fence. Who the fuck is stopping you, bitch? Why you want to impose that on everybody fucking else? That's my question. Why does everyone have to be on board with that? Well, because then, if we don't, then the rape monster gonna get... Shut up! You're so full of shit, bro. Fuck.
How should Christians relate and respond to this issue of transgender? And more important...
I just... mind their own fucking business. I don't know. What are we? How do we do it?
Importantly, how should we as Christians treat people who are confused about their gender?
Just the same. I mean, they're not confused, but whatever. Just same as everybody else. Just be nice and respectful to like your fellow human beings. Maybe just like treat them good, treat them like nice, treat them like human beings. Respect their wishes, that kind of thing. Maybe.
As the enemy, the devil himself, is attempting to blind the minds of the people in this generation.
Really?
So it is critical that as this issue becomes more prevalent.
Wow. So let's just tell a bunch of impressionable fucking people sitting at home that transgender people are of the devil. Because that's not going to lead to maybe any fucking bad consequences at all, right? You literally just told them that they're like... there is a force oppositional to the God that controls their destinies. That oppositional force, and and basically transgender people are soldiers in that oppositional force's army. So I mean, like, is it really that far of a stretch from that point to have some crazy motherfucker that's watching your shit, that's Looney Tunes, that's cuckoo for fucking Cocoa Puffs, that goes and murders a fucking trans person, because it happens all the fucking time. The murder rate for trans people sky fucking high, and it's because of stupid motherfuckers like you out there. They're demons. They're possessed by the devil. They've been blinded by Satan. Like, it's fucking irresponsible, and you're a piece of shit, dude. You're a piece of fucking shit, and goddamn, I fucking hate your ass so fucking much. I mean, I haven't always been the most responsible fucking creator in the goddamn world. Maybe I'm still fucking not, but Jesus. At least I fucking try, bitch.
And so the first thing that I want to encourage us as Christians to do is to simply be knowledgeable about this issue.
Give me a fucking break, dude. Give me a fucking break.
In terms of how people
break
are talking
me off a
about
piece
it
of that
in
Kit Kat
our
bar.
culture. And so in order to do that, I'm just going to give you 3 words that you really need to know so that you can be in the know and you can really understand what people are actually talking about in terms of this idea of transgender. And the first word is simply the word gender. Now, there used to be a time whenever you said the word gender and everybody understood that to be male or female. But nowadays, things have changed. Gender is no longer how you were physiologically and biologically created. No.
Never was. Never was. Actually, the term gender was coined to describe outliers to the fucking binary that exists sexually. And it really doesn't even, I mean, there's intersex people. I know they're very small, but like, still, like, even the fucking XY shit is not like reliably binary. Even that has some exceptions to the rule. But, as far as gender goes, like, gender is a social fucking construct. It has been since the inception of the fucking term. Typically, someone who is born with a penis is fucking assigned the gender of you're a man, you are man. No one's denying the fact that that person is male. People are denying the fact that that is a man just because, like, they can fucking be whatever they want. Because it's nothing more than a social construct. Why do you think more and more people are fucking saying, like, I'm non-binary? Because people are starting to recognize, like, hey, this gender thing is not a real thing. We made this up. This doesn't actually exist. We can fucking do whatever we want. We can do whatever we want as human beings. There's nothing in fucking coded in the DNA that says dresses are for ladies. You want to wear a dress, wear a fucking dress. Girl wants to wear pants, wear the fucking pants. Doesn't fucking matter. Man wants to wear lipstick. I want my lips to be bright red. Go the fuck ahead, dude. Do it. Who does this hurt? Who does this, who aside from fucking these rigid-minded fucking Christian Orthodox motherfuckers does this really confuse? You know what I mean? These Christians, they want to act like people are being indoctrinated to become transgender, people being indoctrinated to become non-binary. The reality is, no, they're not being indoctrinated to become those things. They're becoming unindoctrinated. The indoctrination of Christianity is wearing off. The indoctrination of this traditionalist fucking culture, exemplified by this 1950s mentality, is wearing off. People are starting to fucking think outside that stupid limiting fucking box, and that's why this is happening. So what we're talking about here is not a guy, we're not looking at a guy who's against indoctrination, we're looking at a guy who's in favor of indoctrination.
Gender has to do more with how you identify or who you identify with. And so because of that reason, we could have, in this culture, many people believe, infinite number of genders. And so somebody put it this way: sex has to do with what
zero?
Is between.
How about zero? How about zero genders? How about gender's a stupid concept? How about we instill people with some basic values? Don't kill, don't steal, don't fucking hurt other people unless they ask you to. Very nicely. And you want to. You know, hey, spank me. I don't want to. Okay, you don't have to then. Hey, spank me. Okay, that sounds fun. Whap, whap, whap. Oh, okay, this is a good activity. Let's do this together. But shy of that, don't hurt people. Don't steal from people. Don't do harm to other fucking people. Instill people with those fucking basic values. And then when it comes to shit like, what kind of clothes should I wear? Decide that for your fucking self. It's not a moral fucking decision.
But gender has to do with what is between your ears in terms of how you as an individual identify.
Right.
I don't agree with that, but that is what our culture is actually saying.
Why not?
Now, the second word that I want to...
That's not what our culture is saying, by the way. That's what certain people within the culture are saying. There's still plenty of people that spout a very different fucking point of view, like the one you're fucking proclaiming here. This is not... transgenderism has not become the cultural norm, okay? You have a video here that repudiates transgender people that's sitting at 10,000 likes and fucking 485 dislikes. So there's obviously plenty of fucking people out there who agree with this alternative assessment of the situation. So this is hardly some settled issue where our culture in general now just bows down to trans people. Not true. Total bullshit.
Encourage you to understand is this idea of gender dysphoria. And I'm actually going to define it here so you can know exactly how they're defining it in our culture. And it is defined as a condition where a person senses that their gender identity or how they feel about being male or female may not align with their biological sex and experiences emotional distress as a result. So this is somebody who has not gone through the process of changing their gender or attempting to try to change their gender, but they are confused about their...
Where was the word confusion? There was no confused in that fucking sentence. So first of all, there's multiple kinds of fucking dysphoria. So if a person looks at themselves and they're in the mirror and they're a fat person, they're like, man, I sure wish I was skinny. I wish I wasn't fat. And then that person took steps to lose weight. You wouldn't be like, oh my God, this person's confused as to the sort of weight they're supposed to be. If a person looks in the mirror and they're scrawny and they're like, man, I sure would like to have some muscles. And then they go to the gym to remedy that situation. You're like, oh my God, they're confused about how much muscle they're supposed to have. If you look at your body in the mirror and you see something you don't like and then you take steps to change it, we don't typically associate that with some sort of oh, he's confused. Doesn't even know what's going on.
The third word that I want to encourage you to know is just simply the word transgender. And this is somebody who has literally undergone the sex reassignment surgery.
No, not correct. They have, no, not necessarily, no. Not necessarily, no.
To match how they feel they identify with. And after this, they start to take what's called hormone replacement therapy.
No, wait, that's not even the correct order of events.
For short, HRT.
This is just flat out wrong. You do not have to get surgery to be transgender. You don't even have to be on hormones to be transgender. You don't even have to be making an attempt to transition to be transgender. None of that is true. And you don't get the surgery and then get the hormones. The hormones come before the fucking like, this is so bad. That's not even fucking accurate. So you failed on your first principle of learn the issue. You failed. Nope. F-.
We Next. As believers are going to have a voice on this issue of transgender in our culture today. We've got to be knowledgeable so that we can relate to people
you failed. Sorry,
that
better
are dealing with this.
Better hit the books again.
Have people in their
Here's the idea. So if you really want to be knowledgeable about it, then go read an actual fucking book on it. Or watch an actual fucking video. I don't know, like go fucking find some actually good resource. Like go find a transgender person or people in their own words describing the issue so that you can actually understand. Like, if you really want to understand it, don't rely on this guy for your understanding because he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about.
You and I as believers, we need to be ready. We need to prepare ourselves for people to call us all sorts of things because we are convinced that we have the truth. We have our waist buckled with the belt of truth and we cannot.
Okay, so yeah, just be closed-minded and pig-headed. Good. Yeah, that sounds great. You guys really struggle with that one all the time. I definitely see way too many Christians that are just way too quick to cede ground in the face of logic. That's always been an issue with you guys. I'm glad to see one of you finally, taking a more firm stance.
Bow down. We cannot just
complete fucking sarcasm. In case anyone has a broken sarcasm detector, Christians are complete. Like I've never met a Christian that was anything other than what you're closed-minded. You're fucking just steadfastly refuse to be dissuaded by evidence or argument. Yeah, every fucking Christian I've met in my entire life has been that way. So this is like the most useless thing because like every Christian's already this way.
We cannot just conform to what the society says. It's there's multiple genders and you be you, and for me I'm going to do the binary thing, male or female, but for you can identify. No. If you are a Christian and you're watching this video, there is no wiggle room here. We have to take a firm stance.
Yeah, because the Bible definitely takes a fucking... I mean, when does the Bible... Like, the Bible doesn't fucking say any of that shit. There's nothing in the Bible that's like, yeah, strictly speaking, this and, that... I guess there was, like, one verse against cross-dressing or something that maybe you could fucking take to, like, be a... But, like, it's pretty fucking thin gruel, man. The Bible doesn't fucking get into much of this shit. The Bible doesn't give a shit about that. The Bible doesn't even really touch on many women's issues in general. Like, it kind of just preaches to men because, like, that's who mattered in that society.
Say that because God said that he created them male and female, Genesis 1:27, there are no other genders. Gender is equivalent to...
So wait, what gender is God? No one denies that people are born male and female. No one is denying that. Even by your own admission, no one's denying that. Although I guess there are people who aren't born male or female. So right, does the existence of even one intersex person disprove God? That would be my question for that.
Sex. Will this offend people? Yes, but we as believers
it doesn't. It literally is an inoffensive statement. I mean, well, the idea that God created anything, I guess, to me is an offensive statement. But, like, to say that people are born male or female is not an offensive statement at all. It's completely true.
Now, with that being said, number 3, we need to make sure that we are extending love to people that are dealing with this issue. And so, if on one hand
and by love, we mean support contingent on them changing the behavior. Christian love basically means, all right, I understand that you have some confused feelings inside of you right now, but here's the truth of Jesus, and here's how you're expected to be. And the moment you start being this way, we will offer love and support to you. And to whatever extent you refuse to do that, you will receive no love and no support. So do you want love and support? Okay, well, here's how you have to conduct yourself then. Oh, I guess, well, you're not going to conduct yourself that way? Well, in that case, no love and support for you. But just know that love and support is here anytime you're willing to just give up like who you are as a person and submit to us.
We need to make sure that we have conviction. On the other hand, we also must hold in tension this idea of compassion.
Right.
And so what we have to really remember is that many people who are dealing with this issue of gender dysphoria, meaning they're confused about their gender, they are already experiencing a significant amount of stress and depression and anxiety and being ostracized.
And you're contributing to that. Wait, they're being ostracized? Wait, what? I thought you said society totally embraced them now. Really weird how now you understand they're being ostracized. What selective empathy? So beautiful.
And so the last thing that they need is for somebody to judge them or to put them down or to make them...
Or to call them fucking pawns of the devil, maybe. Or to say that their like fundamental feelings about themselves are wrong, maybe. Fuck this piece of goddamn shit. Fuck this motherfucker to death with a chainsaw.
Any sort of hate speech or judgmentalism or anything like that is simply going to cause that particular person to shut down.
Right.
How we need to respond to them is extending love to them. And what I mean by love doesn't mean accepting what they're doing
of course
or approving of what they want to do or how they see themselves.
It's very conditional love, right? Conditional love. Obey our edicts and you will receive our love. Our love.
But rather just simply giving them the same love that is spelled out clearly in 1 Corinthians 13. We need to be patient with them. We need to be kind with them. We need to make sure that we don't boast around them. The Bible says love believes all things. I'm going to believe the best about you. I'm going to believe that God can change your heart. The Bible says that love hopes all things. I'm going to hope and believe that God is going to be able to change your life and to change your heart and to change your perspective. In that way, we're extending love to people that are dealing with this issue of transgender. And along...
Right. So basically, just exactly like I said at the beginning of this segment, this is the fake love of Christianity. This is the love contingent on obedience, love contingent on, submission to this ridiculously rigid belief system that has no flexibility, that does not listen to other people, that offers like a semblance of fake empathy to lure you in with the promise of love and affection and support that if you really want it, you got to pay far too high a price. You have to sacrifice your individuality. You have to sacrifice everything you believe about yourself. You have to sacrifice all of your own thoughts and feelings and opinions and submit to the fucking conformist herd Christian mob and give money to fucking hucksters like this. Beautiful.
Sad reality that, you know what? You can go through all sorts of surgeries. You can change your cosmetic outward appearance. But that is not going to change your internal wiring. That is not going to change the chromosomes that God has given you at birth. We need to make sure.
Who cares? Who gives a shit? So what? Yeah, you got the same chromosomes. Okay. And bitch. What? Who cares? Who gives a shit?
If you were born a male, it doesn't matter what you do cosmetically to your body, hormones, surgeries, or whatever, you will never be able to fully embrace being a woman because that is not natural.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it is. It's existed throughout time in many cultures, exists to this day. It seems natural enough. By the definition, by the way, that you're saying it's not natural to live in houses with electricity and indoor plumbing. Like, there's lots of things that human beings do that defy the natural order. Like, do you want to go back to being hunter-gatherers? Do you want to return to that state? I don't think so. I think most of the time you're pretty comfortable with defying nature, so to speak. The reality is that there's nothing that a human being can do that isn't natural. You know what's not natural? Things that break the laws of physics. You know what prevents us from doing that? You can't break the laws of physics.
And vice versa. Listen, in preparing for this video, I watched several surgeries of people changing their gender and different genitalia be taken out. And
was that necessary for you felt like that was necessary research for this video? Seems like a neat excuse to be able to watch that material. I don't really see how it was in any way necessary for you to make this, but okay. Sure, have fun.
And I'm going to tell you, listen, not only was it gross, but it was not natural. Some of the...
Yeah. You know what else is not gross and not natural? Open heart surgery. God destined you to die, and some surgeons come in, and it looks gross, and then they put a stent in your heart to keep your arteries open so that you can keep living. Oh, unnatural. You need to accept what fucking nature gave you. Nature gave you a bum ticker. Well, that's on nature. You need to let nature take its fucking course. Don't need to be augmenting yourself with surgery so you can live a little longer. Because it's unnatural and it's gross. It's like, shut up, bitch. Where else do you apply this fucking standard? Nowhere.
Things that people are doing, the lengths that people are trying to go to try to change their gender. The female genitalia cannot be reproduced on a man's body, and a male genitalia
pretty much can.
Cannot be reproduced on a woman's body.
You're right about that for now.
And a male cannot have children because they don't have the internal wiring to do that. So we need to communicate.
Fair enough. But once again, what does that matter? There's infertile women. So what? Are they not real women because they can't produce a child? Is that the criteria? It's weird shit.
People who are confused, and make sure they are very clear. It doesn't matter what you try to do on the outside and even on the inside. There are some things that only God can turn around. Only God can change. And if God is not going to change your gender in terms of how he created you at birth, then my friend, it doesn't matter what you do.
Guarantee he looks at trans women on the hub. Oh my God, yeah. Oh, Jesus, yeah. 100%.
I believe we as believers need to prepare ourselves in terms of this transgender issue is to not tell them that they are not Christians because they are struggling or they're confused or maybe even have gone.
I mean, we don't want to lose potential revenue sources. It's okay to hate on them. It's okay to tell them they're sinful and wrong and against God. But don't deny their Christianity because we could still get some money out of them. I shudder to think about anyone actually using this video as a resource for this. It's gonna go. I'm actually curious about the comments for this shit. Let's see. Hey, Beat family. Whatever. This is just him yammering to his fucking followers. David Wesley. Before too long, we won't even be allowed to have a public opinion about this issue that goes against the prevailing narrative. I hope this video doesn't get pulled by YouTube. Oh my God, the oppression is coming, you guys. Any day now, they're going to stop letting us talk about Jesus. Any day now, they're going to take our Bibles away. Any day now, they're going to take our guns away. Any day now, we won't even be able to spew our hateful bullshit all over the fucking place. What a nightmare. Any day now. Marsha Smith, they are saying God made a mistake. That's what the devil wants. Oh, yeah, because God doesn't make... So, like, I guess Harlequin babies are intentional, right? Obviously, I'm not fucking comparing trans people to Harlequin babies, but yeah, the idea that God doesn't make mistakes in general is pretty stupid, and the idea that trans people would represent that God making a mistake is pretty stupid, and the idea that there is a God is pretty fucking stupid as well. I was a lesbian, and it took my mom relentlessly praying and showing me that the Bible is true and Jesus is real to realize that I made a conscious choice rooted in trauma, deep pain, and fears. It took a lot to work through, but I'm waiting for the right man now. Smiley face. Oh my God. Disgusting. This is what the highly conditional love of the Christian cult produces. It produces people who give up what makes them special, what makes them individuals, what makes them unique, who they truly are inside. It makes them give that all up for the very conditional love and support of the Christian God so that they can be bilked out of their money. People say, oh, well, how's that different from what you do? You fucking ask for money out of people, too. Yeah, but you know what? I don't offer them any fucking fake paradise at the end of eternity. Okay? They give me money because I tell them what I'm giving them. Content. You want to hear what my stupid ass has to say about stuff? Give me some fucking money. Or watch the free stuff. But if you want more than what's free, give me some money and I'll fucking keep yammering at you. And that's what they know. That's what they pay for. There's no false promise. There's no, you're going to go to heaven and you're going to live eternally in bliss for all time. There's none of that bullshit. And if you don't listen to me, you're going to burn forever in a fucking horrible hell place. You're going to burn and demons will gnaw. And you'll suffer and die and be miserable for all time, for eternity. Endless pain and suffering till the fucking end of the universe and beyond. I don't fucking pump people full of that fucking false fear and false hope. I tell people what they're paying for. You want to hear a fat man ramble about certain fucking issues? With fucking, you know, a fucking tiny little smidge of eloquence and a whole fucking assload of fucking anger, then yeah, okay. I can give you that. That's what I can give you for your fucking money. I can't give you fucking paradise and I can't fucking sentence you to a fucking eternity in fire. And I'm not going to claim that. Because when you do claim that, that's the kind of stuff you need to claim to fucking take someone who's like, I'm a lesbian, and turn them into, well, I'm just waiting for the right man. Thank you, Jesus. Now I'm hungry for dick. I'm currently struggling with this in my family. My daughter thinks she's a man. I have shared truth, and she was raised with the truth, yet she turns her back on her faith. I'm at a loss. My heart breaks every day as I pray for God to deliver her. Please say a prayer for Cody. Heavenly Father, God, please heal Cody's broken spirit in Jesus' name. Oh my fucking Jesus, God. Why? I wish I'd never read that fucking comment, bro. I feel so bad for this kid. Hope they've not committed suicide in the interim because of this horrible fucking non-supportive piece of fucking shit parent. Sickening, grotesque, wrong and evil. Fuck these people. Fuck these people. Fuck these people. Oh my. Oh me, oh my. What a sad, sad boy I have become. My frown. It hits the ground. It's that. It's just like. If I'm going to draw I'm just going to give you guys this fucking. Hold on. So this is, make that a little smaller. I'm a mouse drawing, so, you know. Be nice, okay? So here's a face, right? Okay? It's neutral face, okay? Most of the time, this is me. Neutral face, okay? Neutral. I look upon the world and I'm just like, all right, whatever. Not too bad, not too good. All right? That's neutral face. So then, bloop. Okay? And then this is like sad face. This is like, oh, man. Things ain't really going my way, man. Oh, this sucks. Some shit sucks. All right? That's that face. All right? So here's how that video made me feel, okay? Yeah, there we go. There we go. Things is bad, you guys. Things is fucking bad, dude. Things ain't good. Sad face. Very sad face. You guys. Fuck. And here we How appropriate.
John Doyle in. Heck off, commie.
God damn me to hell, you guys. This is horrible. Dude, the 1950s aesthetic. When I was growing up, everyone universally, conservative and liberal and leftist and everybody, apolitical people, we all universally agreed that this 1950s like aesthetic and like vibe is lame. It's lame and it sucks. And why is the Joker introducing this? You've got the literal fucking Joker. I'm an agent of chaos. You know? The fucking Joker who's like, fuck society, burn it all down, all these people are full of shit. The fucking Joker introducing, got my little wife, and I got my pipe, and I got my dog, and I got my lawn, and like, fuck me, dude. Like, already, before this motherfucker's even opened his goddamn mouth. I love how the fuck he's got a fucking thing that says the worst thing about censorship is, and then it's just like a blank. It's like, oh, wow, he's against censorship. But then he also, right below that, has a fucking the future is female, like, desk plate that he is censored to say the future is male.
That stuff. So this probably isn't the ultimate and optimal setup for the new studio.
Yeah,
we'll get
awesome,
we'll get it locked down as we go along. We'll make it better. This is not even my final form, and such was the case with the last two.
Final form is just a puddle of puke on the sidewalk. It's me, guys. I've reached my final pinnacle. I finally ascended to puke on the sidewalk.
Video as well. So we anticipated this, but the problem is that very few others will take this into account. So got to get used to the new setup. Got to tweak the colors.
I don't care.
And the
No one cares.
As we go
Keep
along.
going.
Maybe one day we'll even unlock camera 3, the forbidden angle. Who knows? But anyways, we're going to get into this list here, and I do have to say that I've enjoyed the time off because it's allowed for things to sort of like ferment intellectually, and I'd estimate that I probably got about 9.
Ferment is right. We're about to hear some fermented fucking thoughts.
Before we get into the list, which is institutional power, the necessity and urgency of institutional power. I'm going to monologue about that for a bit here, and then we'll get into the list of 5 policies that I've aggregated. We're going to do 10 of them at first, but it's been a while, so we're going to have to microdose John Doyle. But some of them might confuse you, some of them you might disagree with. But
I'm sure they're going to be way beyond my pay grade when they come along after 30 more minutes of fucking
probably get these
fluff.
Mainstream discussion and even enacted in certain states within like the next 2 years. But first, we must address the elephant in the room, which is that Father's Day is right around the corner. And we all know that dads are very difficult to shop for because male nature typically dictates that if we want something,
there's male nature again. Oh, it's like everywhere.
Like, what do I get for my dad?
Apparently you should get him some fucking a club to fucking use to drag women back to his cave, that being the true essence of man, according to Dennis Prager.
I understand this frustration. I do. When I shop for the women in my life, my gifts are so good. I make them cry. They collapse to the ground. The concoction of thought.
Yeah, I'm sure you do make them cry. That is probably true.
Thoughtfulness, joy, surprise, presentation. It's literally too much for their brains to handle. So they just.
Of course, they're small female brains. You know how they are.
But with dads, it's like, what does this man want that he doesn't already have? I'll tell you what he wants. He wants things that exist.
Tell you what he wants, what he really, really wants.
He already has. Your mom has dreams of learning to play the violin.
Oh my God, suck a fucking how long? I can't take it. Come on, bro, get to the list.
We have failed to conserve anything on virtually any issue in the last 80 years. I therefore reject any input from neoconservatives who don't get it yet or who don't have the intellectual capacity to ever get it because, frankly,
we're the real conservatives, you guys. These conservatives have been around. He knows that the reputation of conservatives in general is shit. So he's like, those weren't the real conservatives. I'm here to tell you what the real conservatives need to do. We need to stop losing and start winning, you guys. We need to preserve traditional American values. God, look at this little punk bitch, too. Like, this little fucking... It's so fucking frustrating. Like, this guy trying to act like he's some ultimate fucking male and shit, talking about conservative traditional values. This motherfucker... If he fucking landed with the goddamn Pilgrims at Plymouth Rock, you'd have fucking, an Indian would have chopped his goddamn head off in 10 fucking seconds, all right? This motherfucker is like as tough as a goddamn scoop of Jell-O on your fucking hospital fucking plate when you recover from fucking ball surgery or whatever the fuck. Fuck this guy. Look at this punk little bitch. You shitting me with this? This is the fucking big, strong conservative? Give me a fucking break.
People can only conceptualize conservatism in terms of what they've heard on talk radio or cable television or whatever. And so given that, let me ask you this.
Well, so that's all bullshit. So let's learn about real conservatism, you guys. Let's learn about real fucking, I bet you're going to bear a striking fucking resemblance to what I know is fascism, too. It's going to be fucking amazing.
Second thing. Why do you think that you were allowed to hear that? And I'm not saying that these people are necessarily bad people or that they sold out or something, but why would the system allow for anything that would pose a challenge to it to be broadcast en masse? Notice how they only started censoring
what
people
are you talking
once there was
about?
a legitimate effort to push back against the system, once we had a candidate who was actually a threat to the establishment.
Oh yeah, Trump. Trump was such a fucking threat to the establishment. Oh, which part of Trump's agenda was a threat? Was it his tax cuts to the billionaires? Was that the part where he threatened the system? Was it the part where he deregulated a bunch of industries and did a bunch of favors for big business? Was that the part when he went to get to the establishment? You're so full of shit, you fucking little bitch. Like, this motherfucker revolts the shit out of me. Sitting here sucking the fucking geriatric dick of some corporate fascist cocksucker and acting like he's some big anti-establishment voice. Give me a fucking break, you worm. What a little bitch. What a little punk-ass bitch. What a bitch with a fucking lowercase b. Pathetic.
In this country, to the swamp, to the deep state. And so to all the well-meaning patriots out there, all the good people out there who just want us to return to a libertarian society, just like the founding fathers wanted, I understand.
Libertarian fucking... When have we ever had a fucking libertarian society, you weird fucking man?
And I sympathize with that, but we need to...
Call you a man? You look like a fucking 10-year-old with a beard. Get lost. You ain't worthy of talking in my general direction, bitch. I guess I'm playing your video.
Understand that it is literally the same thought process as, well, that wasn't true communism. Well, this time we'll get it right. And it's like, well, that wasn't true small government conservatism. This time we'll get it right.
Hey, buddy. Would you mind getting to the fucking point, please? Could you get to the fucking point for me? I've heard 5 minutes and 46 seconds of you fucking setting up your great revolutionary ideas. I'm ready for them. Let's go. Get to the list, bitch. 5 new conservative policies to take our country back. Let's go. I'm on. I've boarded the fucking ride. Let's go. My fucking hands and feet will remain inside the vehicle at all times. I'm ready for the ride to begin. Let's go!
How exactly is your day-to-day affected by the collapse of the institution of women's athletics? This is not to say that biological men should be allowed to compete in women's sports, and actually, don't even call them biological men. That's just ceding more ground to the left rhetorically. Why would we need to use biologically as a modifier on the word man? Just say men. But yeah, this is not to say that men should be allowed to...
You are a woman. I have decided that if you're going to misgender all trans people, I'm going to misgender you. You're a woman. From now on, she, her pronouns for this piece of fucking shit parasite on the face of the earth. This is a girl. Everyone who refers to her from now until the end of time shall refer to her with she, her until such time as she recognizes the preferred fucking pronouns of our trans brothers and trans fucking sisters. Okay. I have declared it to be so, and thus it is. Gavel fucking down. I have ruled on this matter. And now that this is a woman, I want to say, fuck this cunt. She is a fucking twat from hell. And a discredit to women everywhere. Misgender all transphobes. Misgender all transphobes. Misgender all transphobes.
Libertarianism. The society the founding fathers wanted, however you'd like to describe it, it is not possible unless the society is a unified, moral, and religious people. James Madison,
what is this piece of shit yammering about now? Cultural cohesion, how we all gotta think alike, otherwise society doesn't work? What a load of shit. Oh, so when we all fucking galvanized around George W. Bush and he fucking butt-fucked our civil liberties, that was actually a good thing? No, a unified people is not always a good thing. We can very easily unify behind the stupidest fucking ideas possible. Sometimes the fact that we can't get along is the only thing saving us from oblivion.
The Constitution said this. If you are going to opt to live and let live, to not seize power, to maintain the power vacuum, then the other people have to agree to do this as well. But the reality of our situation is that the people in our country now, the communists, they don't want to leave that power on the table. They want to take it for themselves and use it against you. This is not debatable. They openly admit this. And so the problem with this
Wow, political groups aspire towards greater political power. Whoa. What a fucking revelation.
Small government conservatism that we've all been sold, aka the don't do anything because then you're just like the enemy, who is winning, by the way, conservatism. The problem isn't that it's a bad idea on paper, just that it's only possible if those forces who seek to destroy that society are suppressed. Because if you allow that...
Dude, small government conservatism is a lie. What you're basically just advocating for what conservatives actually are. You're advocating for like Mitch McConnell. Your hero shouldn't be Donald Trump. It should be Mitch McConnell. Because conservatives have never governed with, they've never fucking held to any small government values. Just look at government spending under conservative presidential administrations. It doesn't go down, it goes up. Conservatives have never genuinely believed in the idea of small government. It's just a talking point, an empty one. But he's like, oh, you know, the problem with conservatism is we're too true to these small government values. You've never been true to those values.
I would make the argument that it is time for the libertarian types to join forces with us to follow the logical conclusion of the NAP, of the Gadsden flag, to understand that what they're doing to this country is an act of aggression that will destroy it if you don't do anything about it, and that they are treading on you, and it is time to fight back. It is time to bite them.
So basically, libertarians need to sign up for authoritarianism. All you libertarians out there just need to get down with fascism. So yeah, the first point, super fascistic. Even like the fake libertarians in the Libertarian Party who are actually super anti-freedom themselves are too pro-freedom for this fucking guy, gal. Oof.
We have to gain institutional power. We have to wield it. But the response is always, well, but if we use the government, won't they just use it back? Understand?
The response is nothing of the sort, you lying cocksucker. Conservatives have no problem wielding and using and seeking institutional power. Shut up, you fraud.
Let's actually have some balls. Let's have a competent right-wing government for the first time in decades, and frankly, probably ever. Because if we lose, we are going to be regarded as the greatest, most impressively pathetic group of people to ever exist. That we let our country be destroyed by communists. Literal communists who masturbate to cartoon animals because we were too comfortable watching Netflix and browsing TikTok.
Plenty of Nazi fucking furries too, buddy. I'm sure you're probably one, because considering all you motherfuckers are hypocrites, every time you speak your mouth against some fucking group, I just assume that you're a closeted member of said group. So the fact that you brought up furries apropos of nothing makes me think that your ass wears a fucking aardvark suit and gets fisted by a guy named Mr. Happy every fucking Tuesday. All right? So shut your fucking pie hole, you cocksucking motherfucking miserable bitch. Weirdly, all the biggest dens of perversion are on the same places that conservatives frequent, like 4chan. You ever notice that? 4chan, super right-wing fucking place. All kinds of super deviant porn there. Really unusual. It's almost like those two groups intersect. Where's this list, by the way? Are we at the list yet? Have we got to the list? Is this part of the list? Are we at the list yet? Like, guys, are we, like, seriously, I'm asking you, are we at the fucking list yet?
But anyways, think about that. Why were you never taught about how we used to treat communists the same way that they now treat right-wing people? It's because that is what is necessary.
Because that's a delusional fantasy of your decrepit, broken, fermenting brain. That's why we're not taught that. Because that's not true in any way, shape, or form, and you're absolutely insane for thinking it is.
To defeat them and actually conserve and protect the nation.
How about that?
They don't want that. They like it when you think that you have principles. I'm going to beat you in the marketplace of ideas, which, by the way, they'll just kick you out of anyways because the left can act with total impunity because they have virtually all of the institutional power and you have none of it.
Yeah, the left has so much institutional power in America. That's why capitalism is just a thing of the past, right? Does you know what the left even is, you stupid bitch? You don't even know what the fucking left is. You're just a lying huckster. You know you're full of shit, don't you? That's why we see fucking right-wing agenda passing fucking, like... Actually, I don't even know what agenda this guy does support, to be honest with you. I don't know what version of the right-wing agenda this guy backs. I'm pretty sure that he's just, like, crypto-fascist bullshit. Because he's not a neocon, he claims. He's not a tradcon. I mean, he's definitely a tradcon, but he's not a tradcon in the sense that he's not, like, obviously capitalism is not his most important thing. It just really seems like he's like one of these, like, fucking fundy Christian kind of types that just wants the, like, he like still masturbates. You see it in his fucking intro, masturbates over this 1950s fucking ideal where the man goes out and works and the woman stays home and cooks and cleans and shit. And once again, I'm gonna make the same point to this fucking imbecile that I make to all these fucking imbeciles. If you want that, go for it. Have at it, bitch. If you want to go and have a job and you want a woman that stays home and cooks and cleans and you want to have some offspring and you want to worship Jesus and you want to do all that stupid bullshit, you go right the fuck ahead and do that and have fun. Have at it, bro. Have at it. The issue is that you want everyone to conform to that. You want everyone across the entire fucking width and breadth of society to conform to your ideas about how society should be structured. And no one is allowed to oppose you. And no one is allowed to think different. And no one is allowed to live different. And no one is allowed to fucking have a different goddamn point of view. What the fuck is wrong with you? Why do you care so much about what other people do with their own fucking lives? Why do you feel the need to rule over others? What is this impulse within you? Do you ever question it? Do you ever ask yourself, why am I a fascist piece of shit that thinks that I have the right to fucking have dominion over the lives of other people? Does it ever even fucking occur to you for a second? Do you ever have moments of doubt where you're like, maybe I'm not so fucking wise and intelligent that I should be dominating the lives of others? Maybe I have no fucking right to try to control how other people live their lives if they're not harming me or others. Doesn't even fucking cross your mind, does it? You piece of shit.
We have no idea how to push back. We are fish in a barrel. There are no right-wing organizations dedicated to getting individuals to strategize and infiltrate these apparatuses to take them back.
There's endless amounts of that. Once again, just delusional nonsense, saying things that are just flatly untrue, just hoping no one calls her on her bullshit.
Partially because we're too busy raising $100,000 to totally own AOC because we act like literal children. We have no right-wing George Soros. We don't even have our military anymore.
You have no right-wing George Soros? Are you kidding me? You guys are propped up by so many fucking billionaires. It's incredible. Are you just complaining that you haven't personally seen any of that money yet? Is that what's the problem here?
They're in such firm control over you that they can commit legitimate acts of violence and terrorism, and it will either be ignored or romanticized by the mainstream narrative. But if you listen to federal police when they tell you that you can enter a building as long as you don't break anything, they will arrest you and write the history books to compare you to the 9/11 hijackers. And so we essentially have two options: occupy a power structure or die, like literally die. And probably the only way to go about this is to do the same thing that they
do. Yeah, oh my God, yeah, you're gonna die, bro. Oh my God, there's so many people trying to kill you right now, right? There's so many people gunning for fucking, the poor conservative white people. Oh my God, there's so many people trying to kill them, you guys. It's like a matter of life and death for these people. Because people are trying to stop them from doing what they want to do with their lives, man. No. Literally, no one's trying to stop you fucking assholes from doing what you want to do. You can live your life by whatever standards you fucking want. That's the point. That's the point of freedom. The point of freedom is that you can live the way that you want. What you want is you want to control everyone. So fuck you. Fuck you, you son of a bitch.
What if you're wrong and communism's actually correct and better? I don't even know how to answer that.
Yeah, I know you don't. It's obvious you don't.
I'm supposed to.
It's also obvious you don't actually have any ideas, and it's also obvious that you don't even really understand the reality of the situation on the ground to any extent. Like, everything that you've said just demonstrates your complete and utter fucking divorce from reality. You've become disenfranchised from... Yeah, I know, this is all pre-list. This is all pre-list. We're not even to the list. 5 new conservative policies to take our country back. We're not even there. We're halfway through almost, and we're not even there.
Do you think it's possible for us to know right from wrong? Do you need to see my math? Can I show you a picture of what the other side looks like? Because honestly, that's like the most compelling argument at this point.
Yeah, that's way more compelling than math is some people with fucking colors in their hair. Look at the other side, you guys. Look at every leftist. Here they are. Look at them. Look at them. By the way, there's not a single person pictured here, male, female, whatever, that isn't more masculine than fucking John Doyle herself.
The right tends to be more correct because our thinking is fundamentally rooted in reality and nature.
No. You have demonstrated the exact fucking opposite with your fucking 13 minutes and 41 seconds thus far, okay?
And the left tends to be more incorrect because their thinking is fundamentally rooted in idealism. It's literally like a rejection of reality and nature. But here,
right, that's totally not
here's the
projection.
sobering truth, and I wish this weren't the case, but everything throughout history suggests that it is, which is that it's not enough to just be right. You have to have the power to disseminate that truth because people aren't that smart.
Please start
They're
the
basically
list.
Lemmings. Don't believe me?
Please
Still
start
think the
the
best ideas
list.
win? Okay.
I
Why do
am
so many people
begging
all
you,
of a sudden
John
think that Jimmy
Doyle,
doesn't exist
please
anymore?
start
Because
the
people who
list.
control the narrative, we can't focus, we can't delay gratification, we want more products.
No, hey, maybe, okay. So I get what you're saying about people not being able to focus, but have you ever considered that maybe people can't focus on you because you're fucking so boring? You're so fucking boring, man. You're breaking my fucking brain, man. There's no amount of alcohol in this world that's gonna make you remotely interesting.
When we take power, one of the first things that we'll do is put up statues and memorials across the country of great Americans to show that we will honor their efforts and their sacrifice. And that's the correct take, by the way, with the statues coming down and history being erased. Not that, well, they're trying to erase our history, but they're trying to erase it because they don't want it repeating itself. They don't want great Americans to be remembered because they...
Most of the fucking statues that are torn down were civil, like, are you pro-slavery, is what you're saying. You're fucking making like a pro-slavery, pro-suppress black people argument. Because you're literally saying that they're trying to erase our history by taking down statues of great Americans who fought for the South in the Civil War, who fought for slavery. So this is basically you're taking a pro-slavery stance. And it's like just unambiguously, I am pro-slavery, I am racially based and then also, but the victim narrative is made up, right? The victim narrative is, so out of one side of your mouth, this victim narrative is a bunch of made up bullshit. On the other side of your mouth, I think that people who fought for slavery were great.
Hold on, allow me to shamelessly transition into product mode. Speaking of gifts, have you thought any more about what I said about Father's Day? Did you pick a gift yet? Well, you better figure that out now, because if you don't, you're going to have to get him a last-minute gift that you try to pass off as... Just download iTarget's proprietary app, load the laser bullet into your
I want to see
firearm,
a fucking drone just fly over that guy and just drop a bomb. Dead.
and start your training experience.
We conservatives, we like guns, we like guns, we like... You seen that movie with them guns? I love them guns. 20 guns in my ass if I need to. If they ever try to put me in prison, I'll smuggle in 20 guns right in my loose fucking asshole, because I can shove guns in my ass. Oh, I love my guns.
Now get into the list of...
What was that? What'd you just say? What did you just say? Hold on, let me do that again.
And plus get free shipping with the offer code
Not
Doyle.
that.
This is the smartest way for you to practice, and it pays for itself in one day.
Okay. Guys, listen to this. Listen to this.
That is the letter I. TargetPro.com.
Yeah, not that.
TargetPro.com. Offer code Doyle. Very epic.
Listen.
Anyways, we will now get into the list of 5.
Christ the Savior is born. Christ the Savior is born. We finally got there, folks. It's finally happening. After just 20 minutes and 10 seconds full of filler bullshit, we have finally arrived at the list.
Starting with number 1, which is, of course, that we have to get big tech under control. And I mean seriously under control. When I talk about almost everything that even the most hard-hitting, take no BS conservatives do as just performative, it really is true, especially on issues like big tech, which is one of the most important. So we hear about Republicans take action against big tech, epic win, libs triggered, libs on suicide watch.
I'm going to let him go through this for a minute. I'm going to let him go.
I'm drinking my leftist tears. And you actually look at like what they're doing, the action, like what the action is. It's legally defining what a social media media company is, and then saying that if, well, they ban you, well, they have to let you know about it. So I'll lay out some additional things that should be done legally, and then I'll explain why. In addition to just legally defining what a social media company is and mandating that they notify a user when they're banned, how about this? All constitutional free speech is protected on all platforms. Any platform who censors, shadow bans, or deplatforms someone for constitutional speech will pay a very large fine each time they do it. Let's say $1 million, because screw these people.
So basically, all right. So if that's going to be the case, then places like The Donald on Reddit, if you went there and you said anything against Donald Trump, they weren't like, well, that's within freedom of speech, and we're ardent advocates of freedom of speech, so I guess we got to allow it. No, they banned your ass. If you go to the fucking Daily Stormer or whatever and you're like, I like Jews, they're going to ban your ass. So, like, is this going to go across the board? We need a fucking small government and, like, lower taxes. That doesn't get censored. None of that shit gets censored at all. The shit that gets censored on social media is like, I think it's about time we kill all these Mexicans. You know, like, you know what I mean? Like, that's the shit that actually gets censored off of that shit. So, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
And additionally, all previously banned candidates, independent.
It gets really weird, like, especially coming from conservatives who used to be the fucking people who were like, fuck freedom of speech. Like, when it came to the people who fought against, like, Larry Flint for trying to publish Hustler or something like that, like, conservatives were all about censorship. We're all about, nope, we need to fucking stop this material to preserve family values and stuff. And you even see that in the conservatives today. Like, even these platforms that conservatives run that they say, like, oh, well, this is a pro-free speech platform. This is Gab. We're pro-free speech. Okay, well, I'm going to post some pornography. Well, that's not free speech. Oh, okay, I see. You guys decide what free speech is. So it's not actually free speech. It's just it's our bullshit definition of free speech. Free speech just means, like, conservatives can talk and no one else can. That's what a conservative means when they say free speech. Now, when I say free speech, I mean actually free fucking speech. As far as these tech platforms go, like, if you want to make them genuinely free speech, like in a real robust fucking way where it's like anyone can say anything, I might not even be opposed to that, honestly. If we're going to talk about a true open free marketplace of ideas where every fucking point of view is allowed, I'm actually not against it. I'm actually on your team on that one. I know you actually don't really believe in freedom of speech. I know you can't fucking, you probably mean, oh, well, no, but free speech, but no pornography. Oh, well, no, you can't say that because that's against Jesus. Oh, you can't say that because that's a communist idea, and that's going to lead to the destruction of America. You don't really mean free speech. You're full of shit. I also think it's kind of weird that conservatives are like, have gotten to the point of like, man, these private companies have no right to run their business the way they want. It's time for us to step in and tell them what they're fucking gonna do. So, I mean, this is pretty fucking authoritarian shit. Now, I can embrace it because I think it's fucking, I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's really a bad idea. I don't think it's a bad idea to have an open platform of ideas. My whole thing with conservatives versus liberals or leftists or whatever the fuck different ideologies exist out there in the world, my whole thing is that these ideologies have to clash in an honest and open way and be truthful about what they truly want and what they truly believe. And not fucking spout a bunch of bullshit that's actually just like virtue signaling or whatever the fuck. And so I'm all for a fucking free speech goddamn platform. I'm all for a true fucking free speech battle of ideas fucking place. Because I have every confidence that the right side will win in a fucking level playing field. You know? And if I'm wrong about that, then so fucking what? We deserve the bad outcome if we're too stupid to fucking recognize it. If we fucking hear Mike Gravel speak the truth and we still vote for Barack Obama, then that's on us. That's our fucking fault.
We need to ban poison from being put in our bodies. Here's a fact I'm not sure if you know. On average, every week, you are ingesting 1 credit card's worth of plastic. Testosterone is down 40% in the last 4 decades. That's down 1% every year. Male sperm count is expected to reach 0 by 2045. We're becoming this sick, confused, androgynous society, and a large part of that is the fact that we're ingesting microplastics, BPAs, phthalates, phytoestrogens, etc., etc. Everyone wants to point and laugh. Haha, funny sweat man says frogs are gay. No one wants to talk about the effects of atrazine on studies of South African claw frogs, how it made them effeminate, how it made the males start trying to mate with other males, how it made them disinterested in the females. No one wants to talk about that.
I wish he wasn't tying it to this stupid gender shit that conservatives always have to fucking go back to. Because other than that, I pretty much agree. Like, yeah, we are consuming microplastics and there's way too much fucking toxicity. Like, I'm just weird. It's just weird to hear a conservative fucking say it because they've been the ones that have enabled polluters for fucking decades. Decades in the name of progress, in the name of capitalism, in the name, oh, well, we can't. Like, these are the people who think the Green New Deal is like communism and shit. These people have been terrible on the fucking environment. Across the board and across different varying presidencies, they've been terrible on environmental issues. But now all of a sudden, oh, well, plastic, meh. It's like, you're the ones who did that, dipshit. It's swept under the rug because of profit margins, okay? It's swept under the rug because capitalism is the dominant fucking economic system of our country. And the only legitimate opposition to capitalism that exists is communism. Some form of leftism, if you're scared of the word communist, which clearly you are. Being heck off commie. Like, it's really weird for someone to be called heck off commie and be like, man, guys, capitalism's creating a lot of, like, his first thing is like, capitalism is stifling our free speech. And his second thing is capitalism is poisoning us. Guy, maybe, dude, lady, connect the dots, okay? Connect the fucking dots.
Moving on to number 3, this one's probably going to be the most polarizing, but it's just so true.
I can't wait to be
polarized. That is that we need an immigration moratorium. For those unfamiliar, an immigration moratorium means that we don't take in on the net any immigrants for a period of, let's say, 10 years.
I hate brown people. I hate black people. I hate everyone who's not the same skin tone as me. White people are so good. That's why I love Civil War people who fought for the South and think they should be venerated by statues all over the place. Cause I'm a racist piece of shit. Fuck you, you racist sack of fucking shit. Erase the borders, unite humanity, one earth, one people, humanity first. Fuck you, suck a dick, you fucking piece of fucking trash. Go on.
How these people just want to come to America because it's just the greatest country in the world and it's the land of opportunity and it makes us feel like maybe we still are a great country. And I'm sure a lot of these immigrants who do come here, they absolutely believe that that's the case. And I love that. I sympathize with them. But unfortunately, yet obviously, we have to prioritize the needs of our country and our people and the reality of the situation.
Yeah, well, we could do that by importing immigrants too, right? And actually, we don't need to do that. We can actually say, fuck America, fuck every country on earth, and become one people united under one fucking common purpose of expanding and growing and providing prosperity to all human beings on the earth and, you know, treating all human beings with dignity and love and compassion and making sure people don't fucking suffer in misery and squalor and pain and suffering and destitution and poverty and cruelty and, you know, all that horrible stuff that we go through. Maybe we could actually be united as one fucking species and care for each other. But, you know, fuck you, because you don't want that, right? You'd rather be a fucking pig, a fascist fucking pig that wants to fucking stomp on people because they're not the same skin tone as you. So, you know what? Fuck you.
It's estimated that immigration, both legal and illegal, increases the GDP in this country by like 11%, like 1.6 trillion. Cool, right? Guess how much of that increase goes directly to the immigrants themselves in the form of wages and benefits that Americans aren't getting. Fully 97.8%. GDP going...
Well, oh my God, it's crazy they get paid for their own work, you guys. It's fucking horrible.
Going up, supposed to benefit us, right? I mean, that's why you said it. No, total benefit is about 0.2% of the GDP, about 35 billion. Oh, but John, when...
Still a benefit, dipshit. And wait, aren't the jobs they do like necessary? Like, isn't the jobs that so the jobs an immigrant doesn't benefit you? Like, if they pick your fruit, doesn't that benefit you when you eat the fucking shit, you dipshit?
19 out of 20 illegal immigrants will vote for Democrats. 9 out of 10 legal immigrants will vote for Democrats. This is a fact.
Oh no. So really what you're basically admitting is it has nothing to do with, so basically if 9 out of 10 of them voted for Republicans, if 19 out of 20 of them voted for Republicans would be like, all right, yeah, they're cool. Bring them on over. Bring them on in. So this is not about principle. It's just about victory. I guess that makes sense, given your fucking stated worldview.
We'll have a problem when liberals move from California to Texas, but they keep voting for the same policies that ruin where they...
Let's be real, though. I mean, like, the real reason this motherfucker don't like immigrants is because they're brown. Motherfuckers are racist. It's so fucking obvious. I'm tired of fucking dancing around it and being like, oh, well, I'm not going to call you a racist if I don't know for sure. I'm pretty fucking sure you're a racist, dog. Pretty fucking sure you don't like brown people. Pretty fucking sure that this just all boils down to they're not white, so fuck them.
They came from in the first place. Yeah, what do you think is going to happen here? Do you think that they're going to totally abandon their culture? Do you think that they're going to get a white picket fence and start reading Thomas Paine and John Stuart Mill and the Federalist Papers?
How many white people have read that shit? Come on. Give me a fucking break. You feel like your white fucking dumb shit neighbor has read fucking Thomas Paine and shit? Thomas Paine, the fucking atheist, by the way.
If a majority of these immigrants say they're against free speech, they're against gun rights, etc., and a vast majority of them are voting for Democrats who literally want to erase our country, how could you ever think that they're assimilating? That's irresponsible. Democrats are trying to...
How are they not assimilating by... Wait, they vote for the fucking one of the only two major political parties that are viable in America? So they're not assimilating? Sounds like they're assimilating just fine, dipshit. Maybe you should do more to appeal to them if you fucking have a complaint about how they vote. Maybe don't be a bunch of fucking racist assholes that are like, fuck immigrants. Why won't immigrants vote for us? We said fuck them like 100 times and they won't vote for us. Maybe they'd vote for you if you weren't racist shitbags. Maybe they'd vote for you if you weren't like, fuck immigrants. Maybe they'd vote for you if you weren't a fucking bunch of pieces of shit that made their lives harder. You ever think of that? You ever think maybe we should fucking, like, if you want a fucking voting bloc to vote for you, maybe you should do something for them? Maybe you should appeal to them in some fucking way, shape, or form, you stupid shit? We're gonna call him a taint sucker. This motherfucking, this is a taint, she is a taint-sucking wench. Okay? This taint-sucking wench worships Trump and fucking hates brown people.
Because if you believe that America needs other people from other countries to teach America how to create art or music or food or enterprise or technology, you simply haven't been paying attention. What you are saying is that other people are better than Americans and we need them to come in and help improve us because...
Every fucking thing that America has ever done, like from jazz to rock and roll to hip-hop, if we're looking in the music realm, if we're looking in the art realm, like Salvador Dali, you know, had some has his gallery in Florida. I mean, just like across the board in terms of artistic achievement, even the food we eat. I mean, like, it's all been inspired by people coming in from other cultures and, you know, bringing that to America. Like this. That's like been the strength of America. It's typified probably in the music industry more than anything else. But like jazz, which was the basis for like rock and roll and the basis for R&B and the basis for hip hop and the basis for all these different fucking music forms that we, you know, consume. It was a hodgepodge of different ideas from different cultures. Some of them black, some of them white, some of them Hispanic. And, you know, that's like the whole strength of America is that it's been able to adapt successfully the ideas of other cultures, been able to fucking integrate them, been able to put them into the mainstream, been able to expand on the idea of what America is. And you're just here like, well, America's only white people. America's only Leave It to Beaver. America's only bunch of white doofies going, oh, you shouldn't do that, Beeve. You shouldn't do that, Beeve. Father knows best, Beeve.
The fact is that we didn't build the most advanced and prosperous society by pouring in 2 million people.
You didn't build that, period. You had nothing to do with that. And we actually did build that by pouring in people from other places because a lot of that was built by the slaves.
From the third world. We did it with
Yeah, actually, a lot of that was built by the slaves. A lot of it was built by the Chinese. So, yeah, you actually did build that by importing from the third world, and you didn't have anything to do with it. Americans is not a race, dude. When you let immigrants into this country, and they become Americans. You seem to think Americans is white people, which is the usual code that your fucking ilk talk in, because you're a bunch of racist cocksuckers. I wish you would just be honest. I wish you would just come on here and say, hey, I'm a racist. And only white people need to be given any... Like, white people invented the world. White people are smartest people. White people are so great. All the other people are fucking scum. Just come out and say that, because that's so fucking blatantly what you mean. I wish you'd just be fucking honest, but you won't be, because you're a piece of shit. Conservatives are the most anti-American dream fucking group of people possible, because their fucking idea of an ideal America is one where there is no upward mobility. Everyone bows to corporate America. Everyone fucking sucks the fucking cock of capitalism. And we worship this fucking doofus. This fucking moron. Let me look at him. Like, honestly, look at what you advocate, bro. Look at this fucking guy. He's a fucking joke. He's a fucking clown. Just admit you're talking about white people, okay? Like, you're not talking about Americans. You're talking about white people. You're trying to say that the white race is superior to other races. Just to be honest. I'm not even going to hold it against you, motherfucker. I mean, I am, but like, I would be so much more respectful of this stupid bullshit if at least it was honest with me about what it fucking really thought. But it says it's got low Americans. Americans are smarter than immigrants. Well, wait. If an immigrant comes to America through a legal process, they become an American. Well, not that kind of American. Oh, so what are you really talking about? Well, white Americans. Like, just fucking come out with it. Quit lying and just admit, like, you're a racist. It's pretty obvious that, like, ideologically, you're actually pretty far left. Because you seem to be anti-capitalist. You think that fucking corporations have way too much power over people's lives. You're anti-pollution. Just admit you're basically a Nazgul. You're on the left, but you hate black people and brown people and fucking Asian people and whatever.
Our fertility rate is currently below replacement. We need to start having more kids. I personally think it would be kind of cool if we bred the left out of existence. And so to do that, we need to make it easier for people to start families and to have lots of kids and provide for and protect those families. What are some ways we could do that? Ending no-fault divorce, rejecting any zoning laws that seek to end single-family home neighborhoods, thereby protecting the suburbs. This will defend expanding the right to carry for all U.S. citizens, constitutional carry, very epic, banning abortions, ending common core.
Very few of these things have anything to fucking do with fucking protecting the family, but whatever.
Or reaffirming that marriage can only be between a man and a woman, and when we take power.
We love freedom. We love freedom. How about the freedom of a man to marry another man? We don't believe in that freedom. How about the freedom of someone dressed opposite their gender norms? We don't believe in that freedom. It's like, I believe in freedom, except freedom. I don't like that. I don't like the freedom to be free, but I like the freedom to obey conservative edicts. Totally fucking tipping his hand on this one. Just like, oh, I actually don't believe in freedom.
I'm going to get all the smartest people I know into an office. I'm going to figure out how to make it easier for young Americans to get married and have children. We're banning OnlyFans. And it's not canceling student debt. It's not guaranteed housing.
We're banning OnlyFans?
Relax, lib.
Don't do it. Don't do it. I thought you believed in freedom of speech. What happened? I feel bad for something. Like, he's just fucking 120 pounds of shit stuffed into a human-shaped sack, isn't he?
The Democrats do not stand for defunding police.
Some might say that the other party was for defunding the police. I'll let others say that, but that's a piece.
What in the actual F? Like, seriously?
Actual F. What a fucking puss bag. What a pussy. What a fucking pussy, ladies and gentlemen. Pussy, 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 pussy. What are you talking about, Ben? You gotta say what in the F like a little bitch, boy. What a fucking loser.
Seriously? Remember, this was their agenda, and now they have to run away from it.
I gotta piss. Fuck you guys. I'll be back. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. Woo!
Year over year, the murder rate is up like 25%. And that is not a great shock. We've seen the same thing in every major American city.
Oh, it's almost like economic downturn happened for the fucking pandemic, I guess. Stupid shit.
So the Democrats have been faced with a simple reality.
Yeah, simple reality.
That their preferred policies with regard to the cops, blaming the cops for all racial disparities in crime statistics, suggesting that getting rid of the cops is the solution to all of this.
No one fucking said that, you stupid piece of shit. No one fucking said that, you dumb fuck. No one said that. No one fucking said that. No one fucking said that, Ben. Why you lying, Ben? No one said that. Why you lying, Ben? No one said that. Why you lying, Ben? No one said that. What the fuck?
This blaming systemic racism, none of this is actually solving the problem of actual crime in which people get hurt or killed.
Hey, Ben, you know what solves that? I'm gonna be honest with you. Ben, you know what solves crime? I want to show you something really cool. Okay, stay tuned. Stay tuned, Ben. Stay tuned. What the fuck? What is this? What's this, Ben? What's this? Brookings Institute. Brookings Institute finds direct connection between poverty and crime rates. Poverty and crime rates. Ben. Oh, Benny boy. Ben. Crime. Ben, check what tid's up, Ben. Ben, hold on, Ben. Ben, listen. Crime correlates to poverty, Ben. Crime correlates to poverty. Ben! You fucking dolt, you fucking dumber than I am when I'm drunk. Twat! There's a correlation between poverty and crime, Ben. And you know what happened? The pandemic made a bunch of people poor, and a lot of them turned to crime. Who wants to come on the show? One of you motherfuckers. Come on, untie your tongue. Come on here and talk to me. Lurker.
Good, finally, man.
Whoa, we got you. How you going? How's it going, man?
Dude, this is fucking nuts. Finally talking to you.
Oh
man.
yeah. How you doing? What's up, man?
I'm good.
You do voice acting for this guy, or?
No, I'm just well, right now I'm just an actor.
Cool.
But I mean, you know, I'm doing my own thing too. I'm a musician too.
Oh, okay. Do you have any of your music on YouTube?
I left my band, so I don't know if I wanna. Yeah.
all right. I see. But wait, come on. Well, what'd you play in the band? When you were in the band, what'd you play?
I play drums.
Okay, I guess cool. Drummer, that's like the least fuckable person in the band, right?
Basically. I mean, dude, I've been with my fucking now fiance for 7.5 years. So.
But she didn't know you were a drummer though when she got with you, right?
Oh, she knew.
Well, that's a good woman. That's a keeper.
Where is this coming from, bro? I am the most fuckable in the band.
Look, listen. I mean, everybody wants to fuck the lead guitar player. Everyone knows that, right? And
okay, all right, yeah, depending on the band.
Well, look, okay, so the way it goes wait, no, hold on. Let's be 100% honest, okay? Fuckability hierarchy. I don't know why I'm doing this. Okay, fuckability hierarchy, okay? Lead singer is pretty much always the top. And it's funny because
I mean that's
it's the least
Robert Plant. Fucking, you know.
It's the least talented position most of the time. Unless you're Freddie Mercury. Okay, wait, Freddie Mercury, okay. Then you're on a whole, like, we can agree Freddie Mercury is like a insanely beyond human being level of talent, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So he's the most fuckable. But even if you're not Freddie Mercury, you're the most fuckable member because you're right there on the front and you're singing like, I love you, baby, and you can suck my dick, and it is so big, and it is mighty. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
The lead singer. All right. Wait, no. So hold on. Lead singer is the most fuckable, right? And then second most fuckable is lead guitar. You know, that's the second most fuckable. And then drummer is maybe third most fuckable, and then bassist is the least fuckable, right? Am I wrong about this hierarchy?
Well, in Smashing Pumpkins, though, the bassist is female.
Right.
She's, you know,
well, look, but if you're Rush, okay, then the drummer is the most fuckable because that's Neil Peart.
So generic, bro. Oh, yeah.
No, wait, but Neil Peart is the most fuckable member of Rush just because, like, that's clearly the most talented member, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, 100%, right? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That makes sense to me. So, but drummers, I mean, look, to be the third most fuckable member of a band is still a good thing because you can still get fucked. Now, did your wife?
You
said you had a girlfriend or a wife? I'm sorry.
Fiance.
Fiance. So is your fiance someone? Is she your ex groupie?
No. She's a pharmacist. So.
Okay. So how'd you meet your wife or ex-wife
in high school.
Whatever the fuck I'm saying? Fiance.
Ex-wife.
How'd you meet your fiance?
By the way, can you tell me what
future ex-wife?
wine
Sorry.
you're drinking?
No, sorry.
I'm TJ, and I believe in the sanctity of marriage.
Right. So how did you meet your fiance? Where does she come from?
In high school, and yeah. We're from a small town.
You guys do anal or? No? Is that
no?
no?
We have.
Okay, but not regularly. It sounds like it's something you've like ventured into,
Dude,
but you're not.
Well, if you're questioning if I'm an ass man or not, like, I mean, goddamn, like that's.
Okay, so she got a big ass, right?
I mean, yeah.
All right. All right, dude. What's what, Jagles, you bitch?
Hey, TJ, nice to speak with you.
Hey, man, what's up, bro?
Not much. I guess my particular question would be, as someone else who struggles with writing and stuff like that, do you have any advice, maybe? Since you've been writing stuff for quite some time now.
Struggle with writing?
Yeah,
Writing is a tough motherfucker. So I started writing a book thinking that I was going to write one novel, and I realized 60,000 words in, like, okay, there's no fucking way this is going to be one book. I'm going to have to write a series out of this. And right now I'm trying to figure out how to adapt what I've currently got into a single novel so that I can start the series of novels. And I'm just trying to structure it right. I've read Save the Cat. It's supposed to be a story structure thing. So I'm trying to fucking do that. I've read a few other books about story structure, trying to emulate that. I've read J.K. Rowling's fucking Harry Potter books, trying to fucking capitalize on her success by adapting things in such a way that she, I'm trying to emulate fucking J.K. Rowling, basically. Honestly, what? You see someone who's successful, you want to fucking emulate the success, right?
No doubt. You might as well,
I've been trying to do that. Look, I've read some Stephen King. I've read some J.K. Rowling, trying to emulate like what they've done. Because obviously something about their writing resonated with people on a commercial level. Look, I want to be commercially successful. If you're a writer, you want to be commercially successful because you want to sustain your writing.
Yeah, there's no shame in wanting some money.
Right.
Now,
obviously, you have
a little greed never hurt anyone.
No, but look, you have a story you want to tell, and you have an authenticity to you, and you want to tell an honest story that reflects your values in a fucking genuine and authentic way. But at the same time, you want to be successful. So I've been trying to look at the people who are successful and emulate what they've done. And, that's been, for me, J.K. Rowling and Stephen King, who are probably two of the most successful writers possible. And, I've been reading the Harry Potter books and looking at the story structure contained within. I've been reading a lot of the Stephen King books, trying to emulate the story structure contained with that. And, trying to emulate as much as possible, and try to make it fit my own style and, kind of reverse engineer that success. But obviously,
you've done pretty well for yourself.
I as far as writing goes, I'm still very much in that remedial beginner stage, but I'm trying to do it.
Let's see. I will, not a question, but a comment. You said earlier to someone else, you were talking about nihilism and stuff.
Right.
And I thought what you said was pretty, I've always believed people look way too much for meaning, but not realizing they need to make meaning themselves. I thought what you said was very similar to that.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. It's a hard thing for people to realize. You have to sort of find your own path, but there's value in that. There's value in that.
Right. I mean, you can't necessarily look. The people who want the road to already be walked, they're kind of lost in there. I mean, it's like a losing proposition to think you're going to walk the same path that a million people have walked before you. You're going to have to walk your own unique path. But you also have to look at the people who blaze the trail, because you're probably not going to be that once-in-a-lifetime person that walks a trail that no one has ever walked before. But you can walk the path less traveled. But you have to have an idea of who walked that path before you. And, you know, for someone who's looking to make it as a commercially successful writer, you need to look at commercially successful writers that came before you, like J.K. Rowling, Stephen King, Tom Clancy, whoever the fuck, Anne Rice, whoever the case may be. And see how they walked it. What did they fucking do? How did they structure their story? How did they fucking arrange their prose? How did they fucking develop their characters? Fundamental questions like that. Who are you?
I'm Damien. Hi.
How you doing, Damien? What's up? What?
Cosmic Spider in the chat.
Okay, how you doing, Cosmic Spider?
I'm doing all right.
You have anything you disagree with me on or anything like that?
Well, I'd say I don't really agree with your idea of what you say is harm reduction, but that's about it.
Harm reduction. Okay, what's your problem with that?
Well, I don't really think there's a point in like trying to. Sorry, I'm having a little bit of a problem articulating myself. I'm a little nervous.
Dude, I'm drunk. Listen, I'm drunk as fuck, and you don't have to worry at all. Look, I'm willing to give you as much time as you need to articulate whatever position you want to take. It's fine.
All right, thank you. Well, basically, I personally think that it's better to try to find another option just for settling for something that is a little less bad than something else.
I see. So you feel like, okay, well, I mean, I feel like that's pro harm reduction because that's what I kind of feel like. When I feel like I'm settling for someone like Joe Biden, I feel like I'm settling for something that's not really what I want, but is closer to what I want than a Donald Trump or something like that. Right?
Yeah, I can understand that, but
so where do you feel like you come to odds with that though?
I come at odds because I still think that Joe Biden causes enough harm to where it's at least somewhat on par with Trump. Obviously, he's not as bad as Trump. We know
right. Well, that's what I'm saying. But like, okay, so when I say harm reduction, what I'm really saying is like, okay, yeah, he sucks. And I admit he sucks. I'm not fucking saying for a second that Joe Biden doesn't suck. But like, the fact that he's even a little better than Trump, like look, we don't have much control. You and I do not have the control we want, right? But like, if we can at least give people something that, like, maybe like, if we can give trans people, for instance, something that's a little better than Trump, like, isn't that worth it?
Yeah, I'd suppose so. But it seems that a lot of people are spending their time on harm reduction and not like doing anything else. Like,
right. So wait. So, like, let me just fucking break it down then. So, like, tell me if I'm wrong on this, okay?
Yeah.
Would you say that, like, harm reduction is okay if the person who's doing the harm reduction is willing to fight on other fronts, but if someone who's willing to just do harm reduction and then quit and say, well, we got Joe Biden, that's good enough? Would you say that you make a difference between those two people, right?
There is a huge difference. Yeah, that's pretty distinct.
Well, what I would say to you is, like, when it comes to Donald Trump or Joe Biden, I say Joe Biden is a little better. Now, do I think that solves anything? Do I think electing Joe Biden actually solves any of the major issues that fucking plague the American electorate? I don't believe that for a second, dude. What I would say is vote for Joe Biden because he's a little better. But in terms of like the actual issues of the day, like we have to engage in direct action, right?
Yep.
That's what I think. Now, do you feel like there's anything wrong with that position?
Well, no. I mainly have the problem with people who mainly use it as an excuse, as, you know.
Right. People who use it, people who just say, like, well, I voted for Joe Biden, I've done what I needed to do, right? I'm absolutely. I want you to absolutely understand it, and I'm sure that I want you to know that I absolutely agree with you 100%.
So I do have a question.
Yeah, feel free.
Do you think that as an average person, obviously I don't have as much social media platform as you do. How can an average person, like the people in the chat, help do what they think is right for the country?
Look, I think that part of what they need to do is they need to prevent Republicans from Republicans, as much as we want to criticize our Democrats, and I feel that we really do need to criticize them. We need to recognize the Republicans are far gone than the Democrats are. We need to recognize the Republicans have just gone into overt fascist mode. We need to be able to say to ourselves, look, these Republicans have fucking lost their minds. At the same time, we need to be able to hold Democrats accountable. And I think that what we need to do is fucking find the most far-left Democrats we possibly can and vote for them wherever possible. And I think that when we don't have an electoral decision, we need to be able to fucking financially and intellectually support left-wing voices that are not necessarily Democrat. There's plenty of people who are not going to be comfortably within the Democratic Party that we need to fucking support. That could be, fringe anti-war kind of people. That could be fringe economic people that want to break off from the current economic system or whatever. I'm sorry, I'm a little drunk, so this is not coming out as well as I want it to. But look, the main point is that there are people who are well to the left of the Democratic mainstream that we need to be able to support. But at the same time, like, we need to be able to recognize that, a Joe Biden is better than a fucking Donald Trump. There is a fucking real substantive difference there, especially when it comes to, like, look, trans people and shit. That's our brothers and sisters, man. That's our brothers and sisters. Like, they're not, even if you don't give a fuck about trans rights or whatever, like, that's a person that needs your help.
Yeah, I know that. I personally am for trans rights and type of shit.
I feel you. But even if you were the kind of person that was like, fuck these, like, I don't give a fuck about that. But, like, at the end of the day, that's a person that needs your help. So, like, the Democrats are going to do better by that person than the Republicans are. And that's just a fucking fact. I mean, it's painful to fucking have to go through. It's painful to fucking have to sit there and admit that fucking Joe Biden is better for the trans person than fucking Donald Trump, because it's like, you want it to be, we want it to be that clear-cut case of, like, they're both the same. It doesn't even fucking matter. It doesn't even fucking matter who you vote for, because it's all the same. It'd be so fucking easy if it was that way.
There is a pretty clear distance if you look into, like, the different types of shit they pass.
I mean, but at the same time, it's like, there's so many things where it's like foreign policy, business, where it's like, oh my god, these people are not even any fucking different than each other, dude. So it's very fucking hard, because you don't want to fucking stab your trans brothers and sisters in the back, but you don't want to fucking make like there's a real difference substantively between these fucking two groups when it comes to business, when it comes to war. Because they both support the same fucking interventionist, imperialist foreign policy. They both support the same fucking pro-big business fucking business policy. And it's painful to look at that and be like, I'm going to support basically the fucking same motherfuckers that are enabling this shit. But it's hard to do. I'm like, on one hand, you feel like you're fucking selling out to the fucking system, voting for these cocksuckers. But on the other hand, there is a real difference. But the difference is not as substantive as we want it. And the question becomes, how do we get this difference to be more substantive? And I think the way we get to do that is we have to primary these cocksuckers, guy. We got to look at these fucking mainstream fucking Democrats, and we gotta say, you're gonna get primaried. You're gonna get replaced with a fucking AOC, with an Ilhan Omar, with someone like that. And look, do I have my problems with AOC and Ilhan Omar? I'm sure I do. But at the end of the day, like, a Justice Democrat, maybe they're not what we wanted them to be, but they're fucking better than a mainstream Democrat. I have to believe it. I appreciate everyone who joined in and watched this, but man, it's been 9 hours and 6 minutes, and I'm pretty fucking done. Thank you guys for tuning in. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all, but I gotta go. All right? Love you guys.